All right, so we're starting the systems unit, and you have your notes. So you have systems of equations. So you're looking where two or more variables, I can't spell, variables, that's right, on an equation. In this class, sorry, I thought I spelled it wrong, but I didn't. In this class, we're just going to be working with two, okay? And so graphically, you're looking for where the two lines intersect if we make lines. And algebraically, you're looking for the point that makes both the equations true. Okay, there's some types of solutions. So we're going to be working only with lines. So if you have two lines, they can either hit one time, so then your answer is x comma y. If they're parallel lines, that means that they will never intersect, so it's no solution. And you actually could end up with, you solve one of them, and we're going to do a couple examples of this, and you solve the other one, and they land on top of each other, and so it's all solutions. Okay, those are going to be our three answers. You're either going to have 1 point, 2 point, or 1 point, all solutions, or no solutions. Okay, so to solve systems of equations, step one, you're going to solve for y in both equations. Step two, you're going to graph. And step three, you're going to identify the solution. Okay, so if I look at this first one, and I'm just going to highlight this green, I'm graphing this line. So if I look, my y-intercept is a -8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'm going up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. And I always tell kids the first line you draw, I would stretch it all the way across the graph because you're trying to find where they intersect. Okay, so then I'm going to do the other line, and we'll make it purple so you can see the difference. So this line starts at 1, and it's going, my slope is 2 over 1. So I can count up to back 1 because it's going downhill, but that's seriously very, very silly because there's truly no point in that because I'm going away from the green. So I'm going to go down 2, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. So you graph the line, and then the point where they intersect right here is my solution. So I'm going over 1, 2, 3. So my solution is over 3, down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. -5. So that is the solution, and yes, I need you to write it as a point. So that's what you're going to do on these. And so if they're solved for y, it's actually quite easy. Okay, but let's go ahead and turn the page, and that's why I gave you more than one page on this because they do get a little harder. So I'm going to highlight this. This is a harder one. Okay, it is -3x plus y equals 8. So I'm going to have to solve for y. So I'm going to have to add 3x to both sides. So I get y equals 8 plus 3x. So that is my first line. I have to solve for y before I can graph it. So I'm going to go to 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm going to count up 3 over 1. Well, that doesn't make any sense because I have no place to go. So I'm going to go down 3, back 1, down 3, back 1, down 3, back 1, down 3, back 1. Remember what I said a second ago? The first line that I do, I actually stretch it so that I can see the entire line. Okay? So now I'm going to do this other one, the purple one. If I do the purple one, I have to solve for y, so I'm going to add x and add x, so I end up with y equals a -2 plus x. So I'm going to go through it a -2, and then I'm going to count up 1 over 1. Okay, well, this is dumb because it's going away from the blue line. So I'm going to count down 1, back 1, down 1, back 1, down 1, back 1, down 1, back 1. Did I miscount somewhere? Did I miscount 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, down 3, back 1. I'm trying to oh, this one right here. Do you guys see it? I messed up. This one right here is only down 2. So I need to redo those. Down 3, back 1, down 3, back 1. So my blue line goes like this. And then my purple line, I just don't want to start over, goes like this. So they hit, excuse me, they hit right there at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. -5, -7. I'll do another one of those. Okay, so let's take a look at another one that's maybe considered a simple one. Well, not quite simple, but I need to solve for y. So I'm going to minus x and minus x. So I get 2y equals 4 minus x. Well, I have to divide by 2, divide by 2. I have to divide everything by 2. So I'm going to write this as 1/2 x because the 2 is underneath. So I'm going to start at 2, and I'm going to count up 1, back 2, up 1, back 2, up 1, back 2. I'm going to try to count correctly. Down 1, back, so I'm going this way. This is my line, and it's good to go. Okay. Now the other one, I'm going to use purple. The other one is already solved, so I don't have to do any work on that one. And I go to 2, and my slope is up 1, back 2, up 1, back 2. Wait a minute. So these are the exact same line, so I'm going to say all solutions. Okay, so if they're the exact same line, you're going to say all solutions. All right, so let's take a look at the next one. I'm going to do 5 and I'm going to do 6. Okay, on 5, I'll just go ahead and keep purple. I'm going to solve for y, so I'm going to minus x and minus x, and I get 3y equals a -15 minus x. I'm going to divide by 3, divide by 3, divide by 3, and y equals a -5 minus 1/3 x. So I go through at a -5, and I'm going to count up 1, back 3, up 1, back 3. Oops. 1, back 3. Up 1, back 3, down 1, forward 3, down 1, forward 3, down 1, forward 3. So here is my purple line. Now, we have to go back to last unit. If I do this one in pink, the y equals -7, that has a 0 slope. So that is a flat line. So I'm going to go down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the y-axis, and I'm going to make a flat line. So you can actually have things that do this. So if I see where they hit right now, I'm counting over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm counting over 6, down 7. Okay. All right, last one I would like to look at. So this one is solved for y, so I'm gonna go to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm gonna count up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, down 1, back 1. Okay, and the first line that I draw, I put a lot of dots so I can really see where they hit. Okay, the next line, if I look at that, okay, I'm going to minus x and minus x, so I get a -y equals 2 minus x. Well, you can't have a -y, so you got to divide everything by a -1, so you get a -2 plus x. So I have a -2 plus x, so up 1 over 1. Okay, wait a minute here. If I look at this, they are the same slope. So they're all both going up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, so my answer is no solution. And I don't care if you put the 0 with the slash through it, that is okay with me.